Jada.
We're very affectionate.
He tried to kiss me.
Have you ever kissed your son on tight television before?
You're not looking kiss my
Oh, that just set me up, bro. On everything I love, that set me up, bro. You feel me? That is tripping, bro. You could be on some other shit, man. Like, straight fuck up. What are you talking about, man? You as a kid, you as a kid, and you all my kids.
Jaden Smith is gay. His first lover was Tyler, the Creator.
Pretty strong allegations. There's like, you know, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say, we suing. I know that's right.
Wait, were the rumors about Jada and Jaden ever based on anything real? For years, online speculation has circulated claiming that Jada and Will were involved in inappropriate behavior involving Jaden. More recently, Orlando Brown made additional allegations that fueled those discussions even further. Some people also pointed to old viral clips of Will kissing Jaden on the lips, arguing that the moments looked unusual and sparked public debate. At the time those videos were circulating, many people still viewed Will and Jada as one of Hollywood's strongest power couples. So where did these rumors begin? Much of the conversation gained momentum after Jaguar Wright appeared in a controversial interview and made allegations about Will and Jada. During that appearance, she claimed that the couple hosted adult-themed parties at their home, while Jaden and Willow were present. Those claims attracted significant attention online, although they have remained allegations and have not been substantiated.
That your husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son and you ain't do shit about it. Look at Willow and Jaden.
Look at them.
It's still, their resilience. For me, it's remarkable.
Now, if you remember, back in 2013, reports began circulating that Jaden had expressed an interest in becoming emancipated for reasons that were never fully explained publicly. In simple terms, emancipation would have allowed him to live independently and make his own legal decisions without parental supervision. What made the story especially surprising was that he was only 14 years old at the time. Because of that, many people viewed the situation as unusual and wondered what might have motivated him to consider such a major step. Of course, the story quickly attracted widespread media attention. As the discussion grew, Will addressed the topic publicly and pushed back against the narrative. Eventually, Jaden also appeared to walk back the idea in public, and the conversation gradually faded from the headlines.
Speaking of that, I just heard when we were talking this morning about you being here that you are trying to become emancipated. Is that right?
See, here's the thing you need to explain. I'm not going anywhere. The thing that people don't get is everything at his house is free. So I can get anything and everything that I want at his house. So I think I'm gonna be there for 20, 30 more years.
At the time, Jaden and Will had just released After Earth, a film that struggled both critically and commercially. The movie quickly became the target of online criticism, and much of that attention was directed at Jaden. Reports and rumors circulated claiming that the negative reception had affected opportunities that were supposedly lined up for him, adding even more pressure during that period. Years later, Will spoke publicly about the emancipation story and acknowledged that Jaden had, at one point, seriously discussed the idea. According to Will, the conversation was tied to the fallout from After Earth. However, not everyone accepted that explanation. Critics questioned whether online criticism alone would be enough for a 14-year-old to consider something as serious as emancipation. Some argued that difficult public reactions would normally push a teenager closer to family support rather than further away from it. As a result, the debate continued, with many people remaining skeptical of the explanation that was offered.
That it's
son wanted to be emancipated. At 15, Jaden had felt betrayed. He lost trust in his dad. He said that the pain, he said, we never discussed it, but I know he felt betrayed. He felt misled. He lost his trust in my leadership. At 15 years old, when Jaden asked about being an emancipated minor, my heart shattered. He ultimately decided against it, but it sucks to feel like you've hurt your kid.
But Jaguar wasn't buying that explanation. She quickly pushed back and shared what she believed was the real reason Jaden had wanted distance from his parents. According to Jaguar, the situation had nothing to do with After Earth or its performance at the box office. Instead, she made serious allegations about the family dynamic and suggested that those issues were what motivated Jaden to seek independence. At first, many people dismissed those claims as outrageous. However, as older clips of Will and Jaden showing public displays of affection resurfaced online, some viewers began re-examining them and debating whether they supported any of the allegations. And if you're wondering who Bilal is, he's a former assistant to Will Smith, who later made allegations of his own. Bilal claimed that Jada engaged in behavior that he believed was inappropriate around the family. He alleged that she watched explicit material in shared areas of the home while Jaden and Willow were present. These claims attracted significant attention online because some people viewed them as supporting broader accusations that had already been circulating. However, it is important to note that these allegations remain disputed and have not been substantiated. As the claims spread across the internet, supporters of the allegations argued that such behavior could have had a negative impact on the children.
Stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada will watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm gonna sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do, period. And I gotta have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes.
And as if the controversy wasn't already intense enough, Jada also faced criticism over her relationship with people who were reportedly close to Jaden. Most people remember the entanglement story involving August Alsina that became a major headline several years ago. What made the situation even more controversial was that August and Jaden had reportedly developed a close friendship before news of the relationship became public. As details continued to emerge, many online commentators pointed out the connection and questioned how it may have affected those involved. Because of that, the situation sparked another wave of criticism directed at Jada. For many observers, it wasn't just the relationship itself that drew attention, but the fact that August had reportedly been part of the family's inner circle before the story became public. As a result, the controversy remained a major topic of discussion long after the original headlines faded.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
From there, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with you.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah.
By that point, many people had already noticed that Jaden appeared to be struggling publicly. Looking back, some critics connected those difficulties to the various controversies surrounding their family, although those interpretations remain largely speculative. One incident that received significant attention occurred in 2019 when Will and Jada revealed that they had intervened over concerns about Jaden's health. According to Jada, he had become noticeably underweight while following a vegan diet. She described him as looking physically exhausted, with dark circles under his eyes and a complexion that worried those around him. The family said his eating habits had become a concern, prompting them to step in. Around the same time, discussions about psychedelics also entered the public conversation. Jaden later spoke about his experiences and said that Jada had introduced him to psychedelics, which he claimed helped him process personal challenges and gain a different perspective on himself and his life. The scrutiny intensified even further when Will reflected on his parenting approach during a radio interview in the United Kingdom. He admitted that he and Jada had made what he considered a major mistake by embracing what he called radical honesty with their children. According to Will, the philosophy was built around encouraging complete truthfulness by minimizing punishment when the children admitted to their actions.
Smith says his mom introduced the family to psychedelic, those mental type, and a lot of them joints was illegal, you know what I'm saying? The ones that he's basically saying that his mama started giving them the take,
Anyway, Orlando Brown recently weighed in on the controversy, and he certainly didn't hold back. Referring to earlier allegations made by Will Smith's former assistant, Bilal, Orlando claimed that efforts were made behind the scenes to prevent certain accusations from gaining more public attention. According to Orlando, there were attempts to discourage Bilal from speaking publicly, particularly before his interview with Tasha K. However, these claims remain allegations and have not been independently verified. Around the same period, a separate controversy emerged after a video featuring Jaden went viral online. The clip sparked widespread speculation across social media, with many people rushing to draw conclusions about his personal life. As often happens with viral moments, it wasn't the first time Orlando had made public claims involving Jaden. In previous interviews, he had commented on rumors surrounding Jaden's relationships and friendships, adding to an ongoing stream of speculation that had already been circulating online.
I just want to say Tyler, the Creator, is the best friend in the world, and I love him so much. And I want to tell you guys something. I want to tell you, Tyler doesn't want to say, but Tyler's my motherfucking boyfriend, and he's been my motherfucking boyfriend my whole life. Tyler, the Creator, is my boyfriend. It's true.
According to Orlando Brown, Will was reportedly pleased when Jaden and Tyler went their separate ways. Orlando claimed that Will encouraged Jaden to move on from the situation and leave the relationship behind. He further alleged that Will repeatedly shared his opinions with Jaden and continued pushing that perspective until the connection eventually came to an end. As with many of Orlando's public statements, these claims quickly attracted attention online and sparked debate among fans. Some people viewed them as another example of the ongoing tensions and speculation surrounding the Smith family, while others questioned the credibility of the allegations.
Is gay. His first lover was Tyler, the Creator. We all know he got mad when Tyler, the Creator, cheated on him. He got out there, and then Will was like, "You're my son, bro. You can have your feelings, but you can't be out here like that." He stopped it, shut it down.
Perhaps the most serious allegation Orlando ever made was when he publicly accused Will Smith of inappropriate conduct toward him when he was younger. Because of the severity of the claims, many people began connecting Orlando's allegations to other rumors that had been circulating about the Smith family for years. As a result, the controversy grew even larger, with Orlando's comments becoming another piece of a much broader narrative that had already been developing across social media, podcasts, and celebrity gossip circles. Despite the attention they received, the allegations remained heavily disputed and were never established as confirmed facts.
bro. You feel me? That is tripping, bro. You can be on some other shit, my nigga. Like, straight the fuck up. What are you talking about, my nigga? You as a kid. You as a kid and you all my kids.
As the controversy continued to spread online, many viewers began sharing their own opinions about the situation. One person commented, "It's surprising that Jada introduced her son to psychedelics, especially considering how openly she has discussed the impact substance abuse had on her family while growing up." Another commenter took things much further, speculating about the Smith family's private life and suggesting that something inappropriate may have occurred behind the scenes. However, those claims were based on personal opinions and assumptions rather than verified evidence. At the center of it all was Orlando Brown's decision to publicly discuss his allegations and opinions regarding Will, Jada, and their family. His comments generated significant attention, but they also sparked debate about credibility, evidence, and the dangers of drawing conclusions before claims are substantiated. With all of that in mind, the conversation ultimately comes back to a broader question. What do you think about the allegations and accusations that have been made over the years regarding the Smith family? And regardless of where the truth may lie, do you believe someone can overcome difficult experiences, public scrutiny, and personal struggles to move forward and heal?